Detroit Den 313, welcome back. Steve here, flying solo for tonight only. Will's off doing some coaching stuff. He's going to be with you guys tomorrow morning. He's going to have an episode out. Looking forward to that. Real quick, before I get into some football talk tonight, hit that subscribe button. Help us out. Greatly appreciated. Dan Campbell, man, talk of the NFL, talk of mainstream media, local media. I'm not on here to criticize or call anyone out, but a lot of discussion about some of these fourth down calls yesterday. I don't have a problem with it. Here's what I think happened. You know, we beat the Raiders. We're going into a bye. We got some time to get some guys healthy. Dan and Ben have time to look over the tape, and I think they just saw that, hey, we are going to need points this week. This Chargers team, and me and Will even said this in our pregame show, you know, the Chargers have some guys on offense. They have some guys on defense. Let's not get them clicking. They were kind of clicking yesterday, especially offensively. I mean, defensively, they couldn't stop us. Defensively, we couldn't stop them. Points were at a premium in a way of you need to keep scoring. You need to keep that pressure on them, and that's what we did. We were in control over the game. A lot of fourth downs, 4 for 5 on fourth down conversions. We had 5 fourth downs that we went for it. We converted on, what is that, 80%? I don't think I've ever seen a game where we've gone for the fourth down 5 times. And the one that we didn't convert was in the red zone where Goff kind of just threw it away and stuck him inside the 5. And we ended up getting the ball back at midfield and scoring. So, you know, kind of a field position game in that one too. But that 4th and 2 at the end of the game. So like I said, bye week, Ben Johnson, Dan Campbell sitting down probably said, look, we're going to need points. This Chargers offense is up there. You know, they got a very good young quarterback. I don't know where I would rank Herbert. Top 10 for sure. He's very young. He's very tall, so it's hard to get hands in his face. It's hard to get to block his throwing lanes because he's so tall and lengthy. And he's got a cannon. He's very accurate. He's got some receivers, and they started clicking yesterday. I think Dan knew I got to be aggressive. I have to be in control of this game. If I have an opportunity to win it, I'm going to take it. Now, I kind of said this yesterday, and me and Will even talked a little bit about it this afternoon when we were at work. But, you know, the Lions set the tone early. They ran the ball on 4th and 6. They leaned on that offensive line. They put the game in their hands. They said, hey, look, O-line, you guys are going to have to be some dogs today, and they were. In the run game, in the pass game, Goff was not touched. Like I said, I think the Lions and the Chargers played the exact same game. Defensively, both teams were terrible, but we couldn't stop anything. And offensively, it was just, you know, pretty much came down to who had the last possession. Happened to be the Lions. 4th and 2, minute and 40 some left. You don't want to kick a field goal in that position and give them a minute and 40. I can't remember how many timeouts they had, but a minute and 40 in the NFL is all day. I mean, that's plenty of time to get down and score a touchdown. A couple chunk plays. I mean, at the very minimum, we're probably going to overtime. It's the right call. Especially with the way the game was going, like back and forth, scoring, touchdown. They were matching us. We kept putting the pressure on them to keep matching us, and they answered the bell. The Chargers played very well offensively yesterday. Damn near a perfect game offensively for them, I would say, other than the Herbert interception. But it was like looking in a mirror yesterday. Rewatching the game today, I just got the vibe like, man, this is like we're watching ourselves go against ourselves. Hats off to the Chargers. Some play calls that I've seen questioned on national media, local media, some other podcasts that I listen to. Everyone's talking about how big of a set of balls Dan Campbell has, and this isn't anything new if you're a Lions fan. You know, he goes for it all the time, fake punts, trickery, all that stuff. Like everything was in play yesterday. We needed to score. We needed to keep scoring. I think that was the mentality. I know a lot of people are saying, like, you know, take the field goal. We have to start taking the field goal late in the season. We're going to, you know, points might be at more of a premium. You're right. They could be at a premium late in the season, but every game's different. You don't know what kind of game you're going to roll into, you know, late in the season when you're going against Minnesota, Dallas. That might be a shootout, or it might be a slugfest where you're battling and taking field position and trying to win that battle. And then, yeah, points are at more of a premium. It's just kind of dependent on the game. So just talking about some of the calls yesterday, I was okay with it. That very first one, 4th and 6, we ran it down their throats, and I kind of said, all right, this is probably going to be something we're going to see regularly when we get into 4th downs. Unless we're like really pinned back on our own territory, we're probably going to be going for it. So it wasn't anything surprising. If you're new to Lions football, that was you might kind of question it a little bit. But if you're a diehard fan, you've been watching this team for a long time, like me and Will have, you kind of knew, like, all right, they went forward on 4th and 6 in the fourth quarter, or in the first quarter. What's to stop him from doing it in the fourth? And to put the ball in Goff's hands, like I said, I think that game yesterday was probably his best of the season. Just very efficient, took care of the ball, didn't give up a sack. He just took care of business. Like Will says, he's not a game manager. He's one step above. He's not elite. He's somewhere in that tier of between being elite and being a game manager. Whatever you want to call that tier, right in the middle of those two things is what Jared Goff is. So they trust him. Him and Ben Johnson, Dan, that is, they trust Jared Goff. He's a seasoned quarterback. They knew early, like when he threw that ball away in the end zone, we can trust him. He's not going to try to force it. He's going to take what's there. If it's not there, he's going to get rid of it, kind of like he did. So I can't complain about anything that happened yesterday, play calling wise. If you guys feel differently, leave it in the comments. I understand, everyone's kind of got that like old school football mentality of kick the field goal and take the 3 points. But yesterday was a battle of touchdowns. Whoever got the most touchdowns was going to win, not just points. So leave a comment. Let me know how you feel. If you're with me, if you're against me, it's all good. I can take a little criticism. Been catching a lot of that lately with some other episodes. I'm here for it. Hit the like button. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you as part of this audience. We will be back. We'll have an episode out for you guys tomorrow morning. See you later, guys. Have a good little Monday night.